Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll be doing the detailed review of one of the most awaited smartphones of 2022, the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. So Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus has been launched in India, price starting at 20,999. So considering how the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Pro Max were priced, this is slightly on the higher side, almost 21,000. With bank offers you can get for around 20,000. So in this video we'll be analyzing how good the device is for the pricing it is being offered, and what are the pros and cons, and is it really a worthy upgrade over the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max or the Pro. So we'll analyze all those things in this detailed review. So before getting into the video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So first let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now one thing what has changed with the design is that you get a flat side panel on the Redmi Note 11 series. Almost all of the devices have this flat panel. Even the back panel looks flat, unlike the Redmi Note 10 Pro and Pro Max, which had a curved back panel. Here you get a completely flat back panel, and you can see that even the sides are flat panel. Now you have the power button and the volume rocker keys. This acts as the fingerprint scanner. Now you get a punch hole selfie camera. The bezels have been kept to minimal. We don't have much to complain here. And the bottom you get the SIM tray, you get a micro SD card slot for expansion as well, USB Type-C port, the dual speakers or the stereo speakers. Then you also get 3.5mm audio jack, a feature which has been missing on a lot of devices of late. Then you get the regular IR blaster included. So design wise, we feel it's quite good. Even the back panel camera layout is really good. You can see the dual positioning. The main camera is at a different position, and the secondary cameras at a different position. So it feels quite good. The back is made of glass, which feels pretty premium. You also get the Redmi branding. So overall it is definitely a good looking smartphone out there in terms of design aspect. Now talking about the build quality. Now you get glass sandwich device. Back and front of the device is made of glass. You get Gorilla Glass support on the display. Now this frame is plastic, obviously, because this is not a premium device. You get a plastic chassis. It feels quite good actually. The sturdiness of the device is pretty good. Overall build quality definitely feels good. The side panels are also given a good finish altogether. Now you also get IP53 rating, so that should give you decent protection from water and dust. It's not a water resistant phone as such, but IP53 is still decent for this price segment. So that's the design, and build quality definitely feels good. Now if you're looking for different color options, this is the white color we have. Now the Mirage Blue is something which is really good actually. It has this pattern which was kind of similar when we saw the Redmi K20 Pro series. So that kind of pattern is included on the Mirage Blue. So if you're looking for that, that is one of the good looking smartphones out there, but we have got the white. But overall design and build quality feels really good. Now next is the display. So Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Pro Max were one of the first devices to come with an AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate below the 20,000 price segment last year. Now this time around we have again the same AMOLED display. It's a Super AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate. Really good display quality, excellent colors, and color accuracy is also really good. Viewing angles are really good. The touch response feels very smooth, and even the 120Hz refresh rate feels really smooth overall. So display is definitely one of the good aspects, or rather one of the best displays in this price segment we have seen. 120Hz refresh rate with AMOLED display, and you also get Gorilla Glass support. So display is definitely good on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. Now moving on to the software. Now this device comes with Android 11 out of the box, so that's definitely one of the downsides of this device. So Android 12 should have been provided. So this is running on MIUI 13. That's one good thing, because MIUI 13 is running on this device out of the box, so you don't have to update. So one good thing, but then another bad thing is that there is only Android 11 for a phone device launched in 2022. Android 11 is not kind of acceptable, but MIUI brings in a lot of features and a lot of improvements actually in terms of experience, a lot of bug fixes, and even the overall experience feels pretty good. But still we do see some minor stutters in some of the apps, but not a major concern though. it's still vastly improved over the MIUI 12, and MIUI 13 brings in good features all around, some improvements altogether. Bug fixes are the main criteria, so it's definitely one of the improved softwares on the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. But again, we would have definitely liked Android 12 on this device. Now moving on to the performance. So this phone comes with the Qualcomm's new 695 chip, one of the hot favorites right now. The 695 has been used on a lot of devices of late. It's one of the newer mid-range chipsets in the 600 series. The 695 offers pretty good experience in terms of CPU performance and also GPU performance. It's slightly closer to the Snapdragon 765G, which was launched last year probably, or before that, and it performs really well even in terms of gaming experience. It performs pretty good. We did gaming for like 40-45 minutes, and the maximum temperature was like 42 to 43 degrees, which isn't bad actually. It's slightly gets warm, but no overheating issues, and the gaming performance is also pretty good overall. So it's a good package in terms of performance, and overall day-to-day task also it did a good job with the Snapdragon 695 chip. So the performance is definitely good on this device. Now next, let's move on to the fingerprint scanner experience. So it's a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, and you get a pretty good experience, and even the face unlock works pretty well. Now talking about the speakers, this is one area where Xiaomi has done really good job. We have dual speakers or stereo speakers, and it performs really well. It's adequately loud enough, and the sound quality is again good, and you also get good experience with the speakers, and there is also 3.5mm audio jack support, which is again pretty good. Few or rather most of the devices are now skipping the 3.5mm audio jack, so that way this is good. And you also get this IR blaster for using it as a remote like any other Xiaomi device, so that feature is also included here. Now this device comes with 4G LTE, voice over Wi-Fi, and network and call quality is really good. We can't test 5G here, but 4G support is really good. There is carrier aggregation and dual VoLTE and voice over Wi-Fi. All of these are supported, and you get 5G support, almost like 7-band support is included on this device. So that's the performance and other aspects. Now talking about the camera. So this is one area where many of you might be interested. We have actually done a detailed camera review. It's a 108 megapixel primary sensor, the Samsung sensor, then you get an 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel macro sensor. That's one of the biggest downgrades of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. Now you also get a selfie camera. Now we have done the detailed camera review. We found the camera to be quite a capable one. Daylight shots are good. Then it produces good results overall. The color accuracy is again pretty good. The sharpness levels are good. Details are also good, and overall quality of the daylight shots did perform pretty well. The ultra wide angle camera is quite okay, 8 megapixel, still a decent option, but where the camera compromises is the macro abilities. The Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Pro Max had exceptional macro abilities. The 5 megapixel tele macro is the best probably in this segment, and Xiaomi has cut down on that. We get only 2 megapixel macro sensor, which isn't bad actually, but it is not anywhere close to the 5 megapixel tele macro sensor. That's one of the downside. Now portraits looks quite okay. The low light abilities are also quite good. It may not be stellar quality, but it's definitely acceptable. The video recording definitely needs improvement because there is no 4K support, no 1080p 60 fps. Partly it has to be because of the Qualcomm 695, which doesn't support 4K recording, and apart from that, selfie cameras also looks great overall. So if you're looking at the camera, we feel it's not a major upgrade over the Redmi Note 10 Pro or the Pro Max. In fact, it's a downgrade in terms of some aspects like the macro camera, which is now 2 megapixel and there is no 4K recording, partly because of the Snapdragon 695 lack of support. Now that's the camera aspect. Now let's talk about the battery. So this device comes with a 5000 mAh capacity battery, and you get a 67 watt charging. This is a bump up from the 33 watt charging available on the Redmi Note 11 Pro and Pro Max. Now the 67 watt charging takes around close to 50 minutes to charge the device, but then in 15 minutes you get almost close to 50%, which is pretty good. So charging speeds have improved and the battery performance is stellar. You can get like 1.5 or even more than a day of usage with screen on time ranging around 7 to 8 hours. Again, this depends upon person to person, but still it's a really good device in terms of battery life. So that was our detailed experience with the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G. So let's just sum up the pros and cons. So pros include excellent display, excellent design as well. Build quality feels pretty good. Speaker performance is really good. IP53 rating is there. Performance is good. Gaming also is quite okay. Then MIUI 13 brings in a lot of new features as well as a new experience. Then 3.5mm audio jack is also included. Then you get SD card support, and battery life is really good on this device. Cameras are kind of okay-ish, I would say. Now, cons of this device. Now, it's not a major upgrade over the Redmi Note 10 Pro or the Pro Max. It's not a con basically, but if you're already a Redmi Note 10 Pro or Pro Max user, you may not find too many upgrades on this device. Then there's no 4K support in video recording. Again, not a major issue with Redmi, but it's got to do with the processor limitation. Then it's also slightly expensive considering that this is a 5G device compared to the Redmi Note 11 10 Pro and the 10 Pro Max. It's slightly expensive. Then macro camera is a downgrade, and there is no Android 12 update. So these are the pros and cons of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus. So looking at the pricing, 20,999 is not a bad pricing actually, considering the cost have increased, the chip manufacturing and the shortage has been pretty much bad with the COVID. So considering all that aspect, 20,999 isn't a bad pricing actually. It's quite a decent pricing overall. So what do you guys think about the pricing of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G? It is actually not a major upgrade to the Redmi Note 10 Pro or the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max launched last year. So that was our detailed review of the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.